Hey y'all, today we are going to make some yummy air fryer donuts. These are so easy. You're going to need a can of the Grand's flaky layer butter tasting biscuits, but really you can probably use any kind of canned biscuits, but just use the Grand so you end up with like a regular size donut. So you're just going to go ahead and take these out and put them on whatever kind of little contraption you have there. I just have this little plastic cutting board. And just spread them out. And see right there, if you wanted to make more biscuits, donuts, you could take these apart because they're the layers, and you could make twice as many, and they'd just be a little bit thinner if you wanted to do that. So then you're just going to take you a little shot glass or whatever you have. Mine's just a little Carnival cruise ship shot glass because I'm a professional, y'all know that. So you're just going to go ahead and you're going to cut out your donut holes, and I just kind of pressed my donuts down a little bit so I wouldn't have, just so much. I don't know. I didn't want my donuts to just be just a tiny little edge where I cut my, the donut holes out. So just go ahead and cut all those out, and we're going to cook the donut holes too, so don't throw those away. So then you're going to spray your air fryer racks with a little cooking spray, and then just layer all your little donuts and your donut holes on there. Now, if you don't have the wire racks like this, you can most certainly use a regular air fryer with a little drawer in it. Just make sure you flip them halfway through, and you'll have to cook them in batches. That's the only difference. So I went ahead and just split these up between my two little wire racks. Just tried to get them as even as I could where they weren't touching. And then you're going to spray the top of them with just a little bit of cooking spray, and that way they'll get good and brown. Then you pop these in the air fryer. Mine took about 5 minutes on 350, but just, everybody's air fryer is a little different, so just kind of watch them. Then you're going to take 2 cups of powdered sugar into each one of your bowls. Now, this is if you're making glazed and chocolate, which is what I did. You can most certainly do different flavors. You can do, like, melt you a little bit of butter, dip them in the butter, and just put powdered sugar on them. Or you can do cinnamon and sugar. I've seen a lot of people do that. But I had my grandbabies this day, and we decided we were going to do regular glazed donuts and some chocolate donuts. And so we could put some sprinkles on them. So for your chocolate glaze, you're going to need the 2 cups of powdered sugar and 5 tablespoons of just regular cocoa powder. You don't need anything sweet because your powdered sugar is sweet enough. So, and then I had leftover, y'all. So I would say if you're going to do this with just 1 can of biscuits, half the glaze recipe, because I found a couple of different recipes. So I was just kind of trying to figure out what worked for me. And like I said, I had a little bit too much. So, just kind of play it by ear. So to that, I'm going to go ahead and add about a teaspoon of vanilla to each one of my bowls, just to give it a little extra something. And then we're going to start out with 3 tablespoons of milk, whatever kind of milk you have. Now, I was using almond milk, but whatever kind of milk you have will work. It'll be fine. And y'all, it was so funny. I had run out of regular milk, and my poor little grandbabies were like, Mimi, can we have chocolate milk, strawberry milk? So I mixed it up for them with this almond milk. And y'all, they came back in there with the craziest looks on their faces. And my middle grandson, Emmett, he said, Mimi, I think your milk is rotten. He said, it tastes nasty. Did you check the date? Y'all, it was so funny. And I didn't have the heart to tell him I'd tried to feed him almond milk. But anyway, it was just, always something around here. So like I said, I started out with 3 tablespoons of my almond milk. And to the chocolate, I think because I had the extra, like the cocoa powder in there, I needed a little more. So I ended up with 4 tablespoons in my chocolate and 3 tablespoons in my regular. Now, I ended up adding 1 extra tablespoon to each one because as it sat waiting on the biscuits, it got a little bit thicker. So that's what your little biscuits look like, or your donuts look like when they come out of your air fryer. So then you're just going to take your little biscuit, your biscuit/donut, and you're going to dip it right in the chocolate, because when you get a chocolate donut, it just has the top of it. And y'all see I could have left off that extra tablespoon of milk because mine was a little tad runny, but you know what? Didn't change the flavor any. They were just fine. So I started out just dipping the top of my regular glazed one in there, and then I thought, well, honey, when you get a glazed donut, the whole thing is covered. So I just went ahead and dumped it on down in there and rolled it around. So all you're going to do is just keep dipping these into whatever flavors you're using, and it's as simple as that, y'all. Make sure you do your little donut holes. Just dip those. And then you can add whatever you want. You can add sprinkles. You can add some more powdered sugar. You could do white chocolate. And y'all see some donuts disappeared. That's because right up there to the left of the screen, you might see some toes or something in a minute, because the babies were sitting up there at the bar decorating their chocolate donuts. I see some fingers sneaking in there. So I just went ahead and put a few little sprinkles right on here. And look, there's little Emmett right there. Dipping his little donut hole right down in the chocolate. Y'all, we had so much fun making these. So this is what they look like when they're all done. They're really, really good, y'all. They were way better than I thought they would be. Now, we grew up, Mama would make the little cheap biscuits, like fry them, you know, into little donuts, and they were always good. We loved those as kids, but doing these in the air fryer is a little healthier, and they're so, so delicious. So make sure that you try these, because I know you're going to love them. I'm going to pop you another video right up here, and I'll see y'all on the next one.